Hi, friends. Friends, we are so grateful to be with you tonight. Oh my goodness. You look amazing. Wow. What great energy in the Zoom room. Wherever you are, thank you, thank you, thank you for carving out time and space to be with us tonight. We're super excited to go next level.
Maybe put in the chat box where you're calling from. I see Terry from North Carolina.
Woo!
Welcome, welcome. We'd love to hear where everyone is calling us from. Shanda from Wisconsin, welcome. I love it.
All over.
Got some California folk. I see an Aloha in there. I'm sure no one's jealous of them.
We have more snow than you could ever imagine here. How about anybody else?
We want to return it, but we didn't know the return policy, so.
It's crazy.
That was a good dad joke, Andy.
Thank you. That's my job. Doing my part.
Well, we are super excited to be dialed in tonight and just having a up close and personal convo with you as a leader. So we like to think that we know all of our challenges, right? As leaders, that we're aware that we swim in this water of trying to help and inspire others and trying to empower them with natural solutions. And tonight, we're going to talk about some ways that we have just felt really inspired to up-level our business and what we're doing so that we can all go next level. Tonight, we're going to keep it super focused. We invite you to keep your questions in the chat. And we know your time is super precious. And so we're going to bring it to you. We are going to first give you a teeny intro so you can get some context. Then we're going to drop into an experience where we process someone right there. So one of you be thinking, am I feeling stuck right now? Have I been at the rank of maybe gold to diamond for a long time? We're going to catch a leader that's right there in the middle. And we'll be asking for you if you want to volunteer to be in the hot seat tonight in a little bit. But let's dive in. We're going to give you just a quick overview of this emotional breakthrough process.
So exciting. So one of our first realizations as we begin to work with people personally, especially on the business level, is that a lot of things start coming up that seek to throw them off their path of their success, of the kind of influence they want to have. I mean, we've all been through this. It was so eye-opening for me to attend the Bloom Presidential Summit this last, it was December, wasn't it? And to hear, even at that high level of leadership, some of the frustrations they were experiencing on the emotional level. Probably the top emotion that was expressed was overwhelm. So just raise your hand if you can relate to that emotion. Here's the thing. The key to success in business or any endeavor, but I would say in the context of what we're going to be talking about is your business success, is how you regulate emotion, how you manage, let's just say, a fear response, how you regulate your nervous system. So you have to co-regulate your emotional experience with your business strategy. And sometimes we get all excited with all these ideas and all these things we want to implement, and we forget and look past these emotions that are under the surface percolating, these unconscious emotions that act as saboteurs to our success. So I'm sure a lot of you know that already, and that's probably even why you're drawn into this call, because you know on some level we're in a really intense time on the earth. Things are being magnified, things are coming up, things are surfacing, and we are all on this path of not only breaking our own patterns, but our generational patterns. And we are here for it. We are here to show up and bring people not only the oils, but this is what I've been waiting for with doTERRA. I've been in doTERRA since 2008. So has Natalie, so has Robin. And those of you who don't know, Robin's my sister. And Amanda, we have been on this path of learning about essential oils and how they work with emotions for years. But I have to tell you, this is the first process that is a practical, and I would even say proven and simple process to take people through emotional release with essential oils. So I could not be more excited. Like I said, as a presidential diamond and as an educator of essential oils and as a coach and as a mother, this is the process that I have been waiting for to bust through these unconscious emotions with my team. So we can't wait to share this with you tonight.
So thanks, Cherie. I want to just kind of touch on some of the things that Cherie said as well, because I think it's really important to realize that the emotions are what's keeping us stuck. And right now in our world, emotional regulation is down and overwhelm is at this all-time high. And we're feeling it at all levels and at all places and everywhere we live. And so let's just look for a second about what's behind all of this, because we can all deduce that the COVID era caused people to shut down and to try and stop feeling everything that they were feeling, right? And the nervous systems of everyone just maxed out. We got put in this parasympathetic state of fight, flight, or freeze. And freeze seems to be the most prolonged state for the most amount of people. We're just stuck there and not able to really shift back into ways that we used to be or ways that we'd like to be moving forward. And so we want to look at why. Like, why is this happening? And what's underneath of that is obviously a level of fear. There's some kind of fear at the core of all this overwhelm and why everyone is feeling stuck. But fear of what? So it used to be like fear of failure and fear of rejection, or even, fear of success. But now it's even more primitive and survival based because it's about loss of control. And so on a deep level, like they've all realized that they couldn't control the outcome and they couldn't mindset their way into a different reality. And so there was sort of a false confidence that was built up before all this happened in our world that was really shaken to its core. And there's sort of this unconscious sabotage that's happening. And the thing that's behind this and what that really is that people don't believe in themselves anymore on a deep, deep level. And so because of that, they've lost their ability to create. And it's just not safe. They know that it can all be taken away and that they might not be able to handle that. And so if they keep running from it, they feel safer. And again, this is all unconscious. It's very primitive. For a lot of people, this is out of reach. And so we can see that this is happening. And I know that you're hearing solutions to this problem like everywhere, because everyone is scrambling to find a solution to get people to bounce back, to get people to re-engage, to get people to just get back on the same page. And it's not working. And so there's, in my opinion, and the opinion of the master coaches here, there's two tools that are capable of really addressing this problem at the core level. And they're the only things I found that really reach the root of where these emotions live inside. And those two things are oils and emotional processing. And so the oils, because they're healing on every level, right? So all levels of our being, and they literally change us because they are sentient. They're catalysts for healing. And if you're familiar with the book, then you know that each of the oil addresses different emotional states just as adeptly as it addresses, our physical states. And so they're truly phenomenal oils that can assist in doing this work that we're talking about on these levels. And some of them you might be familiar with, like Copaiba for getting to the core of what's really going on, and Adaptive for managing the anxiousness of the journey. But I wanted to just throw in one tonight that I think is the best all-around oil for the times that we find ourselves in right now. And I feel like that oil is immortelle. It's a blend that people think of for beauty and what it's like physical effects. but it is amazing for penetrating like the deepest states and the core of what's happening with people. And that's because it has the frankincense in it, which is the courage to see the truth. That's one of the big blocks that we're happening right now, because there's a lot of sort of being blinded to what's causing all the emotions. There's sandalwood, which is about, spiritually ascending beyond the confines of whatever current belief system or, limited belief that you're stuck in. Lavender is really good for clarifying your true feelings and calming the nervous system, like we talked about that nervous system response. Myrrh is grounding, it's comforting, and it's helps in restoring trust. And we just talked about how people's trust has been broken, not just in the system, but in themselves. Helichrysum is amazing for dealing with that emotional pain, and rose heals the heart. It has that love that heals all wounds. And so together, I was going to offer you one, it's Immortelle. And I feel like it has the layers and depth needed to help us get to where we need to go. So then the second one is emotional processing, right? We need to increase our tolerance for discomfort, because going there, it's the only way through it. You can't actually think your way out. You can't even motivate your way out. Like these things, everyone's trying it and they're not working. So you need to have to lean into that. Sometimes it's an emotional firestorm, really. It's really lean into the pain that's underneath of what's driving our behavior, and to come out to the other side. And in the book, we say we have to release to receive. And so that's the premise for how we came to this place. And it's with these two truths in mind that we created this whole process that we're about to show you. So, but Robin, let's just get started with what we created to facilitate this whole process.
Yeah.
And I just, sorry, 1 second. I forgot to say something. If you have any questions, we're going to answer them at the end. I'll be just capturing all your questions. And so write them in the chat, but we're just going to move forward with this and just present it. And then at the end, we'll have some time that we can open up for questions. And I did neglect to mention that Amanda is one of the main authors of the Essential Emotions book. So she knows her
she's
stuff.
the one that those beautiful oil descriptions, as you probably heard her already talking about the oils, they just ooze out of her. So she has really captured their essence. So, okay. So I'm loving what Sheree and Amanda have said, and Natalie, like this, the Essential Emotions book, I know many of you are familiar with, and we've referred to that. And that has really allowed people to take some more ownership with their emotions and identify oils that they can use with what they're experiencing. But with the process we're going to show you, wanted to take it even further. We still saw how there were gaps where people sort of weren't able to still understand the whole flow and go step by step, which is really what we wanted to do. We really wanted to take anyone as if we were sitting there holding their hand and take them through a breakthrough process. So we have this breakthrough worksheet that all of you are going to have access to, and your teams. And Andy, if you want to, great, perfect. And this is a tool that you can use alongside the book or the app. And so you need just this worksheet, the book, the app, and of course your oils. And we could talk about this all day long, but we thought, why don't we just show you how powerful this process is and allow you to have your experience with this. So we're going to have, Natalie, do you want to explain this part, or do you want me to explain this part of how we're choosing the demo for this?
You're great. Go, Robin.
Okay. So we know that there are lots of different levels of leadership and ranks here in this group right now. And in order to sort of, we wanted to have a group experience, but we're going to choose someone who kind of will collectively represent all of us. And so to kind of catch that median of people, we're going to ask for golds to diamonds. So if you're a gold to a diamond and you feel that you've been stuck at a rank for a really long time, how many of you just feel stuck in your business? Just raise your hand, regardless of if you're gold, diamond, or whatever. Just go ahead, do it, because I know it's all of us. It's all of us. This is a universal feeling that everyone is experiencing in doTERRA. So instead of the messaging, great, hands are coming up. Instead of that messaging that we're kind of hearing sometimes a lot, even from the stage at convention and things, is just to push through. We are going to show you how you can do this, just as Amanda and Sheree have been talking about. To get to those unconscious levels, you can't push through something you're not aware of. So a gold, so what we're asking for is someone who is a gold or through a diamond, so gold, platinum, or diamond leader. You've been stuck at a rank for a long time. And if you would like to have Natalie take you through this breakthrough process, if you would be willing to be vulnerable, very honest, very open, so that everyone here in the group can really connect and relate, then please put your name in the chat. And I'm just going to give you guys a few moments.
We could have you raise your hand as well.
Yeah, you could raise your hand. Great. We've got Marsha, we've got Kendra, Eileen.
Awesome.
So many people on here I love dearly. This is
Yeah,
so
it's really brave to be in the hot seat. So we understand the reticence for some of you, like, I don't know. Also recognizing that whatever issue is coming up for you, everyone is experiencing, or all experiencing all emotions at all times. Well, not at all times, but yeah.
Perfect. Tracy, Tracy, let's dial in. Where did you go? Perfect. We are going to jump in, and I love this experience. I want to remind each of you that we're all going to hold a space for this process. And I love that we have this safe space, right? That we can be clear, that we can be open, and that we can progress. Tracy, were you trying to raise your hand? Okay, let's move. Marcia.
Hi, Natalie. Hi,
Hi,
Andy.
beautiful.
Hi, everyone.
So good to be with you tonight, and so excited.
I'm so nervous.
Oh, you just relax. We are going to have a good time here, okay?
I have my lavender here.
Well, good. Well, I love that. I love that. So, Marcia, as we
really
come
quick,
together-
sorry. Andy, can you just make sure to pin Marcia and Natalie for the recording of this?
Yep.
Okay, so Marcia, as we dive in, I just want to let you know that my intention is that you are able to dial in on how you feel. I love that all the answers are within you. So we're just going to ask some questions that help you discover those answers and leave lighter and more free, because we've looked at that and learned the lesson, and you can let it go. How's that feel?
Amen.
Beautiful. So I invite you to trust this process and however it unfolds for you. Every time we find that it's always the perfect way. Again, this is a safe place, and all of us will keep this confidential so you can open your heart. Our first question is, which of these are you experiencing most? So sometimes in life, things come up for you. Maybe it's an oil that's standing out. Maybe it's an emotion, or maybe it's something in your body. But if you were noticing, which of these are you noticing most? Is it an oil standing up, raising its hand? Is it an emotion, or is it something you're experiencing in your body? And if at any time, if you want to just close your eyes and feel, yeah, hand on the heart, it's awesome. What's coming up for you the most?
I believe here right now it's an emotion,
Beautiful.
and probably the emotion, it's feeling like not feeling like a strong emotion. I feel like literally I have been thrown under a bus.
Mhm.
That's how this emotion it is.
Wow.
I feel like I have been thrown under a bus.
Wow. That's big. What, if you were to describe that emotion, what does it feel like? What do you think it is?
It actually, it really started in 2020, where I feel like I really changed because of the, what was happening in the world, and having feeling so much responsibility, and keeping myself positive and up for my family, for my team, for everyone. I just took that responsibility that I had to fix everything.
Wow.
And that changed me so much.
Mhm.
And then holding on to that, in 2021, it broke me because I lost my mom, I lost my mother-in-law, and I lost so many friends and people that just right. And then I had so much going on in my team of people that were so sad, and so many sadness, and it really broke me emotionally at the point like of sadness and empathy towards their suffering. It really affected me.
Mhm.
And then 2022 opened my eyes through the truth that I was able to survive all that because, first, of my relationship with God, and literally these essential oils.
Mhm.
Um, the oils that I could not live without
Mhm.
every night was Lang Lang, Lavender, Serenity, Anchor, Console, Balance,
Awesome.
and Bergamot. Those oils, they could not leave my nightstand because those oils, and God gave me
Mhm.
all that inspiration and strength, and to keep going, just to keep plowing, to keep going. So
Wow. What a gift to be able to open your eyes and come to the other side of it and see how you were sustained. So if you drop into your heart and pay attention to how you're feeling right now, if you put a label on it, what emotion would it be?
unsettled. I'm
Mm.
still unsettled. I feel like there are still emotions that are making me feel unsettled,
Mhm.
and I cannot pinpoint what it is, but I feel unsettled
Mhm.
because I feel like I have so much still to do and to accomplish. But I
Mhm.
feel like I really needed to be really well to, to continue to do a good work and be of good support to everyone. So I feel unsettled.
Okay, I like that. Um, that feels really clear. I love how you could see, oh, I felt all of the responsibility back in 2020, and that started to feel like it was crushing me. And now I'm still feeling unsettled because there's so much still to do and to accomplish. I hear you. And I think so many others have felt that. Okay, so this is really simple. We're just going to look at unsettled. And as we turn to the emotions section, we've got some great oils there. And those oils, as you look at those oils, what is there one of those oils that stands out to you? Roman chamomile, console, anchor, rescuer.
Anchor.
Anchor. I love anchor. Isn't it amazing? Okay, so that was simple. You know your oils and you know what you're drawn to. Way to pay attention. So now we just flip to the oil descriptions in the beginning of the book and take a closer look at anchor. And as we look here, I want you to just pay attention to what stands out for you as we do this. And anchor is the studding oil, right? So Marcia, as you read this, I want you to tell us anything that's like, wow, that stands out to me. Okay, so just read it aloud.
Oh, you'd like me to read it, the whole thing? Okay, anchor offers steadiness to individuals when they experience upheaval or instability, either in their outward or inward life. It calm, present, and supportive aroma, extend an energetic arm to lean on when an individual is being invited by life to accept radical change. It is common to look externally for support and reassurance when faith in oneself falters. However,
Marcia, hang on. Let me
Yeah.
read so you can pay attention to what is standing out to you.
okay,
You're doing amazing in your second language, but I want you to hone in on your emotion and on your feelings. So here we are. When you're being invited by life to accept radical change, it is common to look externally for support and reassurance when faith in oneself falters. However, anchor invites individuals to look inward to discover the refuge that is already within reach. It is supportive for individuals who wish to practice trusting their intuition and accepting the wisdom waiting within their own soul. Anchor reminds that separateness, uncertainty, and concealment are symptoms of fear and not solutions. This blend invites individuals to remain present and aware when they feel the pull to choose out of integrity and self-protect. It teaches them to return to trust and find their center one moment at a time. Anchor encourages individuals to step onto the path before them with faith and courage, offering reassurance that it will be there, holding space for as long as it's needed.
I think the last part of it, it really spoke with me. Everything but the last part, it's what I'm really, it's part of that journey that I'm going through right now. So, because I just,
Which part of the last part?
it's the one that says that anchor encourages individuals to step onto the path before them with faith and courage. And I just did something to help me with that. I'm going to be part of the Diamond Club in 2023.
So
And me, that was a big commitment, because it really shook me. I had to say yes. And so because it also, it will help me through this process to have faith in myself, to
I love
know
it.
and I can, to have courage and faith in myself,
Mm,
trying
beautiful.
something like that's very big for me, like it's just like a big deal for me, of like a big deal of fear that I have to deal with.
Mhm. So that fear is it's easy to make us, I mean, I heard you say, I feel unsettled. Do you feel like the fear is at the root of that unsettling?
Yes, the fear of not to fail, the fear to be seen, to be heard, the fear of not being good enough, maybe the fear of not having support from my team because I'm gonna need that. And yeah, so, and also the fear of can I really trust myself to do this? You know, it's a big thing, it's a big deal.
Mhm. Wow. So of all of those, what do you feel the most? What is most at the core of that?
It feels like not being good enough for the challenge,
Mhm.
because there are so many great leaders that they're great, you know, speakers, they are great presenters, they are great enrollers, and I see myself in that category yet.
I
I'm
love,
a very private person. I'm like very intimate person. So for me, public, you know, put that on out, it's really hard.
look at you. You have really stood in the limelight, and reached out and to bless in so many ways. Okay, so there's a lot here to unpack, and there's a lot as we do our doTERRA journey. There can be a lot of emotion that comes up in the journey. Let's go back to stable. So when we first looked up unstable, it referred us to stable, page 271. And we're going to go back to that and just look deeper. So, Marcia, what future event worries you, or what are you afraid that you might lose?
Future event that worries me. This is the Diamond Club thing. Let me tell you, it's very worried. I'm so worried about it. And am I going to lose something? No, I don't think I'm gonna lose anything, but it's that fear of not, you know, it's a big thing for me. It's a big, it worries me not to be able to complete the whole 3 months, you know, of enrollments and because you have to be on tasks with that. So, and that worries me a lot.
Wow, it's real, right?
But I'm in it. I said yes. Now I have to do it. When I say something, I just have to go with it.
I love that you're seeing this show up in your life, right? And aware of this like instability. and fear of, like you said before, maybe not feeling enough or not being able to finish what you started or came here to do in Diamond Club and as a leader. So let's see. I want to invite you to just close your eyes now, Marcia. Can you locate where this emotion, this instability, where are you noticing that in your body? Where do you think it's held in your body?
Over my heart.
Mhm. And how intensely you're experiencing that over your heart on a scale of 1 to 10?
Yeah, it's a 10 because it's a very strong emotion because I have so much
Mhm.
love for these oils and for the work that I do, and not feel like I can do a good job in doing and express that and share what I feel in my heart.
Mhm.
Truly, it's a nerve wrack.
Mhm. Mhm. Wow. So I want you to close your eyes again and see yourself expending the energy that it takes to maintain that emotion, right? That nerve wrack, that pressure there. What is that requiring of you?
It's courage. It comes in. I just feel that I need to have courage to share my soul and to share my truth and have that courage to do that.
So it's taking a lot of energy to have courage. You're feeling that
Yeah.
unstable, right?
Yeah.
So are you ready and open to let this go?
Yeah.
Okay. Let's bring out that. You can bring the anchor out if you have that with you.
Yes.
Or you can use one of the oils you have right there.
Yeah, my anchor is in my nightstand.
You're good.
But I have lavender.
Okay.
I love lavender. It's my favorite one, so I love it. So I'll just put it on.
Yep.
Such a good oil for everything.
Mhm. So now I'm going to have you just speak this aloud after me. I choose to release this instability
I choose to release this instability
with all its negative attachments and hold on me.
with all its negative attachment holding on me.
I now hand it over to the divine for transformation.
And now I hand it over to the divine for the transformation
Mhm. And for healing.
and for healing.
Mm. So close your eyes and just see yourself releasing that and letting it go. Visualize it floating out of you and away from you, higher and higher, taking all of its attachments with it. Feel yourself becoming lighter and more free as it leaves your body, mind, and spirit. And then see it completely taken away and dissolved by the divine. Now, breathe that oil in and take 3 deep cleansing breaths.
Hello, everyone.
Now, after that, you're going to just pay attention to how you're feeling. After this release, how's your heart feeling? How are you feeling?
Lighter,
Lighter?
so much lighter. I feel like pounds of heaviness just melted right away.
Mhm.
I feel so much lighter.
And that pressure that you were feeling on the heart, that was a 10 before, if you could rate that on a scale of 1 to 10, where is that now?
I cannot even feel the heaviness anymore. It's so light. I think I'll give it a 0 from 10 to down to 0. That's a big deal. That's a big deal.
I love it. So, are you ready to create a new experience, Marcia?
Yes, I am, Natalie.
Okay, so now let's go. This is the fun part.
Oh, good.
Yeah, that part was fun too, but this is even more
Yes.
fun because to activate a new way of being, you're going to use your word and your words and speak aloud the declaration listed. So, right here, just speak it aloud. I am now accepting serenity and clarity.
I am now accepting serenity and clarity.
I can now trust in the rightness of my life.
I can now trust in the rightness of my life.
Okay. As you said that, maybe there were some parts that you're like, yes, that feels amazing, but maybe there's some parts that you want to make your own. If you were, what resonates? Do you want to change anything there so we make it your own?
I am now accepting serenity and clarity. I can now trust in the righteousness of my life. I
Yeah.
really like that. It really resonates with me a lot.
That's awesome. So I love that, as you said that, I can see you navigating that 2020 that felt like a shakeup, right? And then seeing yourself on these calm waters and trusting what's happening as you're moving forward. Now close your eyes again and just imagine a steady, calming light flowing around you and through you, all through you, almost like a river. Let that light reach you from your head, your mind, and those thoughts. Flow all the way down through your hands, your heart, your gut, all the way down your legs to your feet. Seeing that light flow all around you. Now, breathe in that oil one more time. And we're going to aromatically anchor just the truth of this visualization. How the light is flowing around you and through you. As you take on that new awareness, and connect that, or creating new neural pathways with these amazing tools, these amazing oils. So, Marcia, how you feeling?
It's just unbelievable, but it's doing what it's supposed to do. It really helps you, it's truly a miracle what these oils do. Sometimes it's hard to find words to explain sometimes, because when we started this, I was feeling so heavy. You could feel that. I'm sure the audience could feel that. And now I truly feel calm. I feel serene. I feel light. And I feel when you're talking about the river, going through me, the light, and I just feel that motion as I was, with the flow of the river, just enjoying its beauty and its peace and its stability and its abundance.
It's there for you. Such a good feeling.
Yes.
I'm so glad you chose that. So as you see what you've learned, and that the truth is the stability is right there, can you offer yourself some self-compassion for feeling any different than this before?
Yes, I have been learning to really offer self-compassion every day, and it's, it really helps. It really helps a lot.
I love that. I love that. And we get good practice, right, in doTERRA?
Yes.
As you look at that, how else will you care for yourself to continue your healing? Marcia, here's some ideas right here of some things that you can do for self-nurturing. Is there something there that stands out that you can keep doing to keep that stability and integrate what you're learning right now?
Yes, besides, offering self-compassion, being my best cheerleader. That's what I want to be, my best cheerleader.
I love that. I love that. So you're going to nurture yourself through that self-talk and cheerleading.
Yes.
Beautiful. Anything else?
And probably, I think I have to dance more because I love to dance. I see dance there. I know I love to dance. I need to dance more. I already listen to good music that puts me at peace. I already work out, exercise. I'll probably need to practice more mindfulness.
I love it. You hit on the top ones. I think it's just what stands out for you.
Yeah.
So that's perfect.
Yeah.
So as you move forward, you're going to do being your best cheerleader, dancing to keep integrating what you're learning about the stability. And what are your next steps? Is there anything that you need to do to make it so the stability can be part of your life more easily? Here's just a few ideas. So right here on the screen, maybe, is there anything in there that would help that stability stay and be your next step?
Yes, realign priorities. It's a big one right now that I can see.
What do you need to do there?
It's just design. I need to design a roadmap for what I'm about to do with the Diamond Club, and to design that roadmap it will, I feel like I needed to start from inside and out.
Mhm. Starting from the inside.
From,
Love it.
from the inside.
Pay attention to what you're feeling, huh?
Yes.
As you design that roadmap and realign the priorities, what could get in the way?
Oh, that's good having a plan.
Doubt.
That's a good idea, Marcia.
Thank you.
Welcome.
So I would probably think, Natalie, that maybe doubt can kind of cripple in through the process.
Yep.
And yeah,
I love that because you know what's going to creep in, right?
yeah.
And when that happens, right? Not if, when that happens, how will you respond?
I will choose faith
Mm,
as on top of doubt. I will choose faith, to have faith instead of have doubt.
I love it. I love it. That simple, right?
That's simple.
Okay, so what has been the most powerful learning breakthrough for you in this process? What have you realized that maybe you didn't realize before?
I do have what it takes to do the work that I was called to do.
Mm,
Because God does, we are children of God. We have all that creation power within us. And we have the success already built in our DNA. We just have to claim that. And I feel that has helped me open up to claim that from now on, that success that's in my DNA.
I love that. I love how you're seeing that. That feels so powerful. So I want to invite you to just place your hand over your heart and thank
And
yourself.
thanks, Marcia. Marcia,
Thank
that
you.
was really appreciate you when
Well,
I interrupt.
You're welcome.
Thank you so much for sharing your heart with us, being vulnerable.
Thank you
And
for the opportunity, Natalie. Thank you.
I'm honored. It's so fun to see your brilliance and see what can just come from a few minutes of focus with the right tools. Thank you.
Oh, I have the best guide, the best mentor, which is you. You make things easier. Let me
We
tell you.
have the best tools on the planet right here. And it is always easier
Yes,
when we work understanding that, right?
yes.
I love
Cheers.
it. Cheers. Beautiful. Namaste. Thank you so much.
So, I mean, there was some comments in the chat, Marcia, Marcia, while you were going through that, and people they were with you in spirit, and we could visibly see how things were shifting for you. And that release, I think, was palpable for all of us. And so thank you for being that voice that facilitated that issue and those underlying things that are happening in various ways for all of us. So thank you for that. Now, I also want to just open this up. So this is your first kind of run through of this process with the worksheet. We could have asked for someone better to facilitate that. So if you have any questions now about this process and what you just witnessed, you can drop them in the chat or stick up your hand. We want to make sure that we get the clarity for you in this moment before we kind of move on to some other things.
You may have more questions as we continue. I'm wondering if we should move forward and kind of show you this
Okay.
process, and then how you can implement it, get it, move forward with it. And then we have more time for questions at the end as well.
Okay, so Patricia, we'll circle back.
I just love to let you know that this doesn't require any ninja skills, that I literally was reading off the paper, and I hope you guys can see that, you know, as you're looking through this process. It was all right here, with just a little bit of love here and there because I know Marcia, right?
Mhm.
But it's all laid out for you, and it's that simple, and 12 steps that anyone, anywhere can follow.
Okay.
Yeah, so let's talk to you guys now about, as you saw that worksheet, Marcia could have gone through that on her own. You saw that it was just each question had a prompt and she could go through that. And you also saw, though, that having someone like Natalie to there's something that is different from being asked a question and being able to close your eyes and go within versus just reading it, right? So there's a good, better, best. And this better is the worksheet, but the best is what we want to talk to you guys about, and what is really something that we, when I say we, I mean the master coaches, so Natalie and Andy, Amanda, Cherie, and myself, when we were putting together this process, we didn't realize how powerful it was until it was just in motion with it. And so we realized, hey, there needs to be people who might need more confidence in being able to go out there and take people through this process. And there might be people who want to do this to grow their business, their doTERRA business. Like, that's how I've grown my business. That's how Cherie, I know, has grown her business. And so we wanted a way in which it is simple, step by step, like you saw, but we wanted to provide a certification program for people to become essential emotion coaches. And to be an essential emotion coach, you obviously learn this process, but you go deep dive into each of those aspects. You saw how crucial it was to first identify those emotions, right? And so, and then processing those emotions, releasing those emotions, and then receiving a new way of being. We deep dive into all of those aspects so that you as a coach can really understand the psychology, the neuroscience, the physicalities of all of those reasons why we have those questions in the way that we've asked them, the order in which we are going. Could you guys feel just that flow? The flow that just happened, like when she started with just this heavy emotion and able to go in there and still get and feel that emotion. We're not bypassing that and going right through into this process. And then I could see it too. It was almost like she went from a certain hue to like a brightness. And that was just a natural flow through this process of the awareness and the release and bringing in the newness. So with this certification program, this is what we have to offer with this. So if you want to pull up that slide there. These are some of the things that are really setting this apart. This is not just another cert thing you can get, right? This isn't just another certification. This isn't just another course. This is not another program. This definitely is not something we want to distract you from your doTERRA business. This was designed in a way that you can go at your own pace. But this is a proven system, you guys. These tools, the Essential Emotions tools, that book, the app, some of those other tools, these have been around for a while, over a decade. They're in multiple languages, multiple countries. Emotions are universal. And everyone, I can tell you, in these different markets, if you're growing international teams, they are hungry for this, hungry for this. So you'll also get a comprehensive coaching guide. So it goes through, again, step by step, kind of alongside that worksheet. So you, again, you understand the process of each of those steps. And so you can refer back to that coaching guide. You also get those breakthrough worksheets alongside a coach's tips worksheet. So it's basically that worksheet, but zeroed in and prompts for you as a coach to ask some deeper, maybe more thought-provoking or more focused questions that you could ask them, and also kind of troubleshooting things as well on that coach's tips. You also get ongoing support from the master coaches on an online community. And you also get specialized training from us. All of us have coaching backgrounds. And so you're getting, with the experience that all of us combined have, over 70 years of experience within emotions and using essential oils with emotions, and then coaching on top of that. So you're not just going to learn how to use oils for your emotions, you're going to actually learn how to coach effectively. You also are going to be listed. So if you go through the full certification program, you will be listed as a coach on the Essential Emotions coaching directory that is worldwide. So if someone in your country or in your area is looking for an Essential Emotions coach, your name is listed right there. And you also receive a 10% discount on those Essential Emotions products if you are a diamond and above. So going to, do we have the timeline, Andy? Or perfect, okay. So this is basically how it works. Like I said, you can choose to go this at your own pace. So you enroll, and this coaching actually launches on Monday. And so you can enroll to become a coach. You'll then get the tools that you need for prep. I'm guessing if all of you on here have oils, so that's a big part of your tools. But you also are going to get and download the other coaching tools that we make available for you that I sort of listed already. And then this choose your own pace. So it's online. We recorded beautiful videos that, again, are just quick, digestible, impact videos to have you understand each aspect of this process. So you can do it in as little as 30 days. So you can get this done in a month and just pound through all of those videos. Or for most people, the average time is about 3 months. That's kind of the sweet spot for most people. But we do not like it to go past 6 months. We find that if it goes past that, you're kind of losing the zest, you're losing some of that zeal. So we cap it at that 6 month or that 180-day mark. With this, you also get to those master training calls that I mentioned. It's Q&A, it's everything that you're learning in the course. You get to ask questions around that. You also get to see more of these demos. And let me tell you, that was, we just went through a coaching certification for 300 coaches that just finished up. And their very favorite part were those calls, because they had their own breakthrough. Even though there was one person that was getting demoed, as you guys probably saw, you also get served, because everyone always usually resonates with something that person does, and they do their own release work in that. And then you get to see that process and how that plays out differently, and different dynamics, and our different coaching styles. You'll get to see how you can really make this your own. I will say that there are people who are integrating this into their coaching businesses, into their therapy practices, into just their homes, and those who are integrating this into their businesses. I, for one, love using this to enroll my customers, this breakthrough worksheet. I enroll new customers with this. I do my wellness consults using this worksheet. And I also do my strategy calls with my builders with this worksheet. So you can really integrate this right into your doTERRA business, and it's going to serve many different ways, many times over.
Can I just to say something here really quickly, Robin, to piggyback on what you just said. We didn't really emphasize this at the beginning, but we wanted to create something that was simple enough, but powerful enough for people to get an immediate result in activation using the essential oils. So if you've been stalled in your business, if people aren't getting that measurable result, or if people are just floundering to latch on to something that can expand their business that they're feeling passionate about, which for many of us is the emotional release process, this is the perfect thing to re-engage. And I'm seeing a couple of comments here to that effect of those who have already gone through our training and have seen lots of breakthroughs, lots of movement in their teams. It's re-engaged them as leaders. So I just wanted to mention that as one of our key results that we're seeing. And one of the intentions we had to grow this movement was to see actual results, so that they're having a process that's proven that they can move forward with and see that expansion in their business, both inside themselves as a leader and with their team, and really anyone, but especially in the business domain.
Yeah, we're in the business of duplication. So what do you think is going to happen when you are having breakthroughs for yourself individually and feel totally confident in doing that? It's going to trickle in. And we've had many people that have come to the coaching program because they saw a difference in their leaders, and they were asking about it, which is one of the reasons we did this call, because I know some of you are hearing from your teams, like, what the heck is this? Because I am seeing a difference. So this is really for everyone. This is not just for leaders. If you have team members that need a different avenue to grow their businesses, because let's be frank, many people, in order for them to feel like they can step back into their doTERRA business, it has to look and feel different than it was.
I love that, Robin. And you know, there's people at all different stages jumping in and doing the coaching program. You can see diamonds here, presidentials, but also people that are just starting out, and it gives them more of that confidence so they can move forward and act, when in the past, maybe they have just not felt like they know enough, or they've not felt confident enough. And this is really shifting things.
We actually have hundreds of people who went through our coaching certification program and are in the process of becoming certified. Many of them have already been certified, and they are such a diverse group. As Natalie said, it's amazing to see the excitement and re-engagement with their work.
I love seeing those pictures because it just represents the diversity. Those are just a few of the coaches that have already gone through.
Right. And I think this process also takes out intimidation that I think many people feel when they're wanting to talk to people about emotions and essential oils. It's kind of like, ooh, do I dare go there? I'm not a therapist. I'm not da 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 da. This, we find, has really given people like Natalie and Sri have said, that confidence infusion of, I feel competent. I feel confident enough to do this and to put this out there. So, we have a code for you guys. If you're feeling called to this movement, which is what it is. This is really a global movement that we're after, you guys, in creating simple breakthroughs. And this is a simple process. Like, we did that in 27 minutes with Marcia, right? So we want you guys to experience that more, and more importantly, we want you to put that out there for others. Can you imagine what this will look like if our leaders and their leaders are having these breakthroughs and helping their customers as well? So
I also feel like I was using so much time on mentoring, right? And now when I can do a little process at the beginning of mentoring for whatever it is, I can invest that little time at the beginning, and then we make all of this headway because they're lighter and they're freer, and they're not trying to work with the baggage that they've been carrying around. And we are living under our privileges. We have incredible gifts here at our fingertips. And this is just another way to know how to leverage these incredible tools. What are we going to say, Cherie?
Yeah, I was just going to say, for those of you who aren't familiar or comfortable with QR codes, the actual URL, if we can put that into the chat, or put it on the screen. I was just going to piggyback what you said, Natalie, about this, and Robin, about the duplication process. So if you're stalled in enrolling people, if you're feeling adrift in your intuition, this not only teaches you how to help others release emotion, but it helps you become a powerful guide. We're not trying to usurp people's autonomy. We're only teaching them to go within. And if you were really keenly watching how Natalie guided Marcia through this process, she was showing her how to come into herself, which is what effective coaches do. They teach you how to tune in and get those answers for yourself. So this is very much about a skill set and an art in guiding people and holding space for people, in helping people integrate and following up with people, which is only going to expand yourself as a leader and increase your own ability to let your intuition guide these kind of processes. So yeah, like Natalie said, if you have a team call, you can tag on this in a group setting like we did tonight. If you're doing Diamond Club, like Marcia mentioned, what comes up during Diamond Club, like what's coming up for Marcia now versus what's going to come up right in the middle of it, right? So it's endless. Sprinting to founders, those of you who are doing Founders 2.0. What else? We've got
I think that founders thing is a big thing. There's a lot of people that desire it right now, and then they get so paralyzed about maybe I'm not worthy of that, or I don't feel stable enough to move forward, that they're not moving forward in that inspired action. When really, if we invest this much time into resolving that, then we have all this extra energy, right? All that energy that Marcia could see was being expended to keep her feeling stable. You know, she can use that to build her business and direct that forward.
not only that, but this certification.
Pull up
Oh,
that
sorry.
code. I was just going to say, let's pull up the page because I know people are.
Yeah, people are asking. And then also, I was just going to also mention that this is a new practice for you. Once you become certified, you can charge for sessions. You can leverage the cost of those sessions to grow and expand. Like if somebody gets a kit, you can do it in lieu of a session. I mean, there's endless opportunities for you to have kind of a side gig or make it your main thing.
I love the people that, you know, remember when Zyto first came out, or Itovi, and people said, hey, I'll give you a free scan if you do your LRP. Well, this is so much more powerful and so much more duplicatable. You don't need a $500 scanner and a monthly fee and to be able to do this. And you can pass this on to your people. So you could even use it as a bonus for people that have LRP. Every third month, you can have an emotional breakthrough session.
I'm just going to go ahead and answer a couple of the questions just in the interest of time. I appreciate you guys being patient with us, having gone over. There's so much to cover and we're so excited about it. Joshua asked, what does cognitive behavior therapy with such an emotional breakthrough worksheet? So that's the beauty of this. Whatever modality, whatever practicum, whatever specialty you're already doing in terms of helping people regulate emotion, you can integrate this process with it. And so yes, it very much works in companion with multiple modalities and super perfect for what you're already doing. The specialty of this process is integrating essential oils with emotional release in a measurable way. That's the beauty of this.
And think of the testimonials that you like. Marcia is walking away even more like convinced and tethered in her heart of the power of essential oils. So having that aspect too of like, we talk, this is our business about essential oils, how much more rooted we become and our teams become when we have a powerful process to complement the power of the essential oils.
Well, so often we're looking for partners and new people that are ready to bring the oils into their world, but really it's our vibration that does most of that attraction. So if we can keep dropping our baggage and be shining more and more and be lighter and lighter, that attraction only is magnified, right? So it's just such a powerful tool for you to be able to access. We want you to have this leader code So remember, the
Mhm.
code is leader. This is where you're going to put it in. So when you get to this page, there's a small part that says have a coupon code, click here. You can put it in there. The code is leader for the regular certification for one-time payment.
Yeah.
That then takes that $597, which this is a world-class online course, bringing all of that information and all of that power and potential to you and your business for only then $497. Or you can click to have it here in 2 payments, and it will take $100 off of this payment, or $50 off
Yeah,
of
it's 50 and
payment
50 off. Yeah.
with the code leader ! Okay. So
I'll put that in the chat, those 2 codes again.
yeah, and the link is there as well. I see some of you have already signed up and are joining us next week. We're kicking it off on January 23rd of 23, 1/23/23 on Wednesday. And we're so excited. This course is so transformational. And we can't believe what we've already seen from these coaches, but we're so excited for you to have this experience when it's right for you. If it's right for you right now, our invitation is to jump in and join us. We will be there all along the way. You'll experience the certification course, and then we'll be there for the monthlies to go deeper and do more and more demos like this, where you'll see different situations played out. Also, the online course has lots of different demos, so you can see different angles, different experiences, and just add to your repertoire. But really, the course itself isn't that long. It's powerful. It's not that long. You can create a space for it, and it will multiply what you're doing.
Yeah, we also, just to quickly mention, in order to be certified, we ask that you do 10 sessions. So you need to do 10 coaching sessions, and it needs to be with at least 3 different people. And all of the information of how to certify, we will, go into detail about that, but that is just kind of the main thing that you need to know in order to certify. You have to complete the course and complete 10 sessions. This course, we are closing the doors on Friday, the 27th for this particular round. And then we will open the doors back up in the spring. So that we will open up the course again in the spring. So know that if this season right now is not working for you, there will be another time. We just can't guarantee the price, because that has gone up each time. And just so you guys know, we're basically just covering our costs. We're not nickeling and diming with this at all. We want to just get this out there. And so with that, we have to just cover a lot of costs for creating the course, the maintenance of everything, and admin costs.
And you'll be seeing this message. We've taken that translation. Now we're translating coaching guides and this online course so that your teams in other countries can experience it, so that this power doesn't just stop right here or in English. And this world-class course that we put together, you will find so much value in. So I invite you to, we know that this is a crazy time in the world, right? And that many of you may have been feeling unstable before this process, right? Or maybe even feeling unstable financially. That's where we get to have this choice of like, I'm a creator and I'm moving into creation, and you can create. You can create in your doTERRA business and in your world. The question is when and where. And so we just invite you, if you feel called right here, you can create a way. I'm not worried about that. You're an infinite creator. And we're so excited to be on this journey with you. I can't imagine what's going to open up. We keep being surprised, keep being in awe at the whole process.
What I've loved, Natalie, is in our last cohort that we had, how many of the coaches worked with each other and did trades with each other to like perfect their craft. And how many of them said that they were able to pay for the course because of the sessions that they charged. So it was able to pay for itself. So I
Enroll
love
the
that.
people that they had been wanting to enroll for so long, because
just-
then they felt confident and they had more value to bring to the table.
When you wake up to the realization that your business success is directly linked to the way in which you manage and regulate your emotions, it's going to change the game. So this is something to spread the word to your teams, which I'm sure they are already unconsciously just being drawn to like the oils for this reason. And this is a perfect time because of the climate we're living in, like Amanda talked about, to be able to bring something like people are ready for this now. There would have been resistance prior to 2020, but people are now ready and waiting for a process like this. So we're just, we always get
80%.
chills when we talk about it because we know like the timing is so divinely timed.
80% of doctor visits are stress related, emotion related, nervous system related. So if we are able to provide solutions that go beyond, oh, you have a headache, here's peppermint. Oh, wait, there's a core emotional reason of why you're having that headache. Let's also address that. Like, you guys, this is getting to the core of the core. We are providing long-term solutions here. So we are just excited, as you can see, because we won't stop talking. So we will wrap this up.
Cool.
Thank you for hanging in there with us. We're over time. Appreciate it.
Mhm. Well,
Thank you, Sherry. Thank you.
yes, we're so
H.
grateful that you all got to be with us tonight. And we are going to just roll a couple
This
of
is better
videos.
than the vaccine, right?
Yes, so true, so true. We are going to roll a couple of videos so you can hear from a couple of these coaches and what they've experienced. So thank you so much for being with us tonight. We are so excited for you to break through in whatever form. You'll receive the breakthrough worksheet. Use that. There is no shortage of breakthroughs needed on this planet. We hope you'll use that as a tool, and we hope you'll join us as an essential emotions coach.
And the download of that emotional breakthrough worksheet is here in the coaching section of the website. So
We'll email that.
Yeah, you'll all get an
For your
email to
registration.
download it. But yes, you'll get an email with that.
Thanks,
Yeah.
bro, for doing your part.
I know.
Thank
Isn't it
you.
good to have some manpower? This is Elsa. Elsa is from France.
Hi,
Check
my
this
name is
out.
Elsa, and I have been a wellness advocate since 2015, and I started doTERRA oils when I was living in China. I now have a holistic healing practice here in France for people who are local to me, but I also have a lot of customers online. I've been using the Essential Emotions book for years now, as well as the app, because providing psycho-emotional support for my customers is my specialty. Everything is anchored in thoughts, feelings, and emotions, so it only makes sense. As soon as I heard that there was an Essential Emotions coaching certification, I jumped on it, and I really wasn't disappointed. The training is anchored in genuine care and professionalism, and that's perfectly aligned with my values. The training allowed me to sharpen my skills, but also to focus me, because anyone who knows me knows that I can go off on a tangent because I'm very wordy. You'll be able to follow your coaching guide and your worksheets until it's all become second nature. And because the app and the book are available in several languages, I can serve my team and my clients in several languages. English and French are my main. So, here are my books. If you're into healing the shadows that are in all of us, and you want to be able to help your people more efficiently, then the Essential Emotions coaching training and the continued professional development that will come with it are the right choice for you. They'll give you the tools, they'll give you the confidence and the follow-up that you need so you can become and remain an amazing Essential Emotions coach. And then you can serve your people. So go for it. Do not hesitate.
I love that. That's Elsa. And here is Delmar Alstrom. She's a presidential out of Florida. She just went Founders 2.0 and she just became a coach.
Hi, my name is Delmar Alstrom, and I just want to share with you how grateful and humble I am to be part of the Essential Emotion training. It has been a life-changing experience for me. it's a simplified system that is well organized and is well as structured, that even me, that I have never considered an emotional healer, I have actually been able to help people to process emotional blocks like never before. My favorite experience is this young man who, through the process, discovered that he was bullied as a little boy. And he actually went through the process, released it, and he has created something new that has empowered his life. Also, after people have gone through the process, people who have never purchased my oils, now they purchase oils from me. And I have several people who have to, after going through the process and see the benefits and see how they can actually empower people, have decided to finally build a business. So it's been such a beautiful experience in and be part of this movement of living free, not only from physical, financially, but also emotional. It's so inspired to me. So I want to say thank you, thank you, thank you to the creators of the Essential Emotion Training. Thank you.
I love Delmar too, Terry. She is a gift. Let's see, just one last one from Jackie, and then you can hop off whenever you need to, but this is the last one.
Hi everyone, I just want to talk to you about the Essential Emotions Coaching Train.
If you can't tell, Jackie's from down under in Australia, where they've had some of the biggest challenges in their business.
It's utilizing this beautiful, amazing book. And for those people who've been using the book for years, once you do the training, you get a whole different depth of understanding. For me, I always loved using the book, using and helping people on the emotional level, but the training has given me the depth more than you can get out of any book. So now when I'm working with a client, I fully trust the process. Where before I might question, why has that come up? Where is that going? Now I just know to trust the process, and it's given me the confidence to know that the result will be exactly how it's meant to be. So I would fully encourage anyone that is even using the book to actually do the certification process to allow you to understand it on that deeper level. For me, it's given me also breakthroughs in my own emotions where I've needed to have a couple of things shifted, and I'm feeling really, really empowered by it all. So if you get the chance and opportunity to do it, I would strongly embrace the time, embrace the energy. For us at the beginning, it was a 4 o'clock start, and then it got to a 6 o'clock, but the timing and getting up to be live was so worthwhile. Okay, thank you.
I love that even though Jackie had to get up at 4 a.m. to watch and be with us on the monthly calls, she showed up, and it's made such a difference. We're seeing breakthrough like never before. We love you all. Thanks for being with us tonight. We look forward to coaching with you.
We hope to see you there.